Hello there friends, Duke of Haze Plays here. Thank you once again for allowing me into your homes. Today we're starting Divinity, Larian Studios' first game. You might know them for Baldur's Gate 3 currently, or you might have known them for the Divinity Original Sin 2. I haven't played Baldur's Gate 3, but I will say I have played Divinity, and it was a really good game. Lots of build variety. The sound design was excellent in that game, but that's a conversation for a different time. If this is your first time seeing me, please consider subscribing. I hope you enjoy the series. This is my first foray into highly edited content, and I hope you'll be here for the ride. Yeah, enjoy.
I'm a bad boy. I'm a bad boy. I'm a bad boy. But you have to be to survive on the streets. To live in the gutter, a lad has to learn to cut corners. And on occasion, cut other people's purse strings. These days,
I fucking love how
only serves the rich.
it doesn't like cut itself off. If you click on it a bunch of times, it'll force it. I don't know. How about Winston? It doesn't. So I will say that what you pick here doesn't matter. So this is the first game. Well, I'm pretty sure this is the first game in the Divinity series. I think this is Larian's first game, released in 2002. This is Divine Divinity. Basically, this is Lucian the Divine's origin story from DOS 2. This is his story. The lore is weird and muddled. Like I want to do like, you know, the story of, and that's basically what the game reviews are going to be on my channel, as told by the game series. That's what I'm going to call it. But that's for a later day. Let's discuss what this game actually is. So these classes are, they're not set in stone. You start with, like, all this does is determine what your starting skills are and starting stats. So like a mage starts with summon vermin and meteor strike. Warriors start with augment damage and whoa, that's whoa, is that being caught on camera? It is. That's weird. Canonically, we already know in DOS 2 he was a two-handed warrior, but he can be whatever you want. He can be a mage, a rogue, quote-unquote rogue, mage, rogue, warrior. Or is he called the thief? Oh, survivor. So yes, mages start with summon vermin and meteor strike. Magic is actually pretty good for like 90% of the game, and then at the end of the game it falls off a cliff pretty bad at the end of the game, but I'll talk more about that later, and eventually we'll do a mage playthrough. But warrior's probably the best beginner friendly class. Like, you can't go wrong playing a warrior.
I'm a bad boy.
But yeah, warriors start with, what is this, augment damage and sword expertise, which is cool. So you get Assassin's Kiss for free. It just means that daggers have a chance to do backstab damage whenever you're fighting. And Trader's Tongue, which is, you know, you get a discount on items, which is okay. But Survivor is the only class I haven't played through the game on. I've played through as mage and I've played through as warrior. But class is fluid, not to sound like a meme, but it is. What you start and what you end up as is completely up to you. Like, you basically just change how you play depending on what you want. Like, you can start as a survivor. Although Assassin's Kiss kind of implies that you want to be using daggers, because it doesn't do anything if you don't use a dagger. So it's kind of, I don't know, you probably wouldn't want to pick Assassin's Kiss if you're not going to use a dagger. But these are your three talent trees: Way of the Warrior, Way of the Mage, and Way of the Survivor. Survivors, so you have Path of the Thief, Lore, Path of the Divine, which is not unlocked until the end of the game, and Path of Talents. So For there's a couple of things to do in this village. Like it's very similar to I don't know how you would describe it. Like if you play DOS 2, which a lot of people's first exposure to Larian, at least mine was, um, you're just put in the world. You can go wherever you want. You can go however you want. But generally, there's an area that has weaker enemies and then stronger, and you kind of have to figure out like where you want to go, tailored to your current level and power level. Like you don't want to be fighting level 25 enemies as a level 1 survivor or mage or whatever. So we're going to be doing a lot of work. There's lots of experience. You can leave this village at like level 9 pretty comfortably. I've at least every time I've left it at level 9. Okay, we got 25 gold. Oops. Let's move that back against the wall. This is your first little resting area. You can't really abuse sleeping either, which is kind of lame. You have to actually wait before you can sleep again, which is it's not the best thing ever. But this is what Alistair, what is the name of this? Aleroth, I think.
How are you feeling?
Who are you? How did I get here?
My name is Joram. I'm one of the healers here. As to how you got here, well, it's an odd tale. 3 days ago, while I was searching for some herbs on the edge of the forest, a small white cat caught my attention. I mean, it actually seemed to want me to go with it. I followed it cautiously and literally stumbled over your unconscious body. I immediately brought you back here. It was lucky for you that cat was watching out for your interests. A little longer, and you'd have been food for the kites.
Kites? What's that? My thanks for saving my life, such as it is. I mean, you're dead, friend.
You're welcome. And don't be glum, whatever your problems are. If I hadn't found you when I did, with the help of good fortune and a cat, you'd be stone dead by now. We healers have a saying. As long as you've breath, you've reason to be happy.
What is this
You're
place?
in my house in Aleroth, a small community of healers. In normal times, this place would be bustling with activity, but things are being rather quiet due to the recent troubles.
What are these troubles you're talking about?
You mean apart from the orc bandits infesting the woods, and the fact that we've lost contact with the source? Well, our leader, Mardanius by name, seems to have gone... How should I put it? Well, he seems to have gone as crazy as a loon.
Mardanius is crazy?
Yes, that's the only way to put it. He's constantly raving about dark chambers and evil spirits, and he thinks everybody is a servant of the dark powers. If I didn't know any better, I'd say he's been possessed by a demon. Of course, that can't be true. Nobody has gone down with possession in centuries.
That's strange indeed. Is there anything I can do to help Mardanius?
Well, that's good of you, my friend. And I don't want to sound rude, but we are, after all, professional healers. If we can't help him, I doubt a simple adventurer could do better. And then again, so far all our efforts of curing him have failed, and the man is in constant mental pain. Maybe strange illnesses must be cured by strange methods.
Where can I find Mardanius?
Follow the street outside my house, a little bit to the south, and then go west. His house is next to the old well.
Take care.
Before you go,
Hmm?
I couldn't carry your belongings with me when I brought you here. Feel free to take anything you find necessary from my house. We healers believe in sharing what we have with the needy.
Thank you, my friend.
Oh, you're very welcome. You can always repay me later if you feel in my debt.
Also, I generally play as a polite, good character. I don't know. Being an a-hole for the sake of being an a-hole is just not something that appeals to me.
But I'm sure an adventurer like yourself will find ways of making enough money, even here in poor Aleroth.
Where does George
He
live?
lives in the southeast of the village, near the gate.
My thanks again. Goodbye. Restore Mardanius' sanity. I don't really think I have anything, do I? Whole lot of nothing. We can't really buy anything.
Mardanius, my
Not with what we
poor
have
friend.
currently.
What are you doing outside?
Oh,
It's you, Lanilo. I was... Ah, he will come. The end is upon us. Shaloi, you're raving, Mardanius. You must take more rest. Come, let me take you home. But Nemesis is near. We must be vigilant. We must be pure. We must behave. Oh, what did you say, Lanilo? Rest? Oh, yes, I could try to sleep. If only the voice in my head would be silent.
There we go. What the? Okay, well, I'm not very good at, like, role-playing, quote-unquote, like, in my mind, like, oh, I don't know where to, like, you know, a lot of people would, like, well, my character wouldn't know where to go. Well, my character doesn't know anything. He just got to this random village in the middle of nowhere. But I do know where to go. I can't not unlearn what I have learned. But the best way to do things is to, first, let's go talk to George. He's going to give us a quest. George is the shopkeep in this town. Is this the healer's house? The lizard man? Who's this? Yeah, it's him. It's, Gomo. Greetings, adventurers. My name is Gomo, and I'm versed in the arts of healing. May I be of service to you? Hold there, lizard. What are you doing in a civilized village? Tell me what the healing arts I wish to learn. I'm in need of healing. Can you treat my wounds, please? It has been good talking with you, but I was gonna, hold, lizard. What are you doing in a civilized village? I'm an outcast human. My people are a hard race and have little time for those who with gentle natures. Only in Aleroth could I find succor and teaching in the healing arts. Tell me more about the healing arts I wish to learn. Woe! Woe to us all. All the power of healing has fallen away from us. The source is tainted, and even my shrine has been infected by evil. The source? I've heard of it, of course, but I do not fully understand what it is. The source is a stream of pure energy, humans. To cure a serious wound or disease, the mind of a healer has to leave his body and become one with the flow of the healing powers. You say that your shrine has been affected? What shrine? My shrine provided healing gems for the sick human, but now will not recharge these precious stones. There's only one charge left now. Tell me, what are you going to do with the last gem? I have in my care a wounded soldier. His name is Simon, and he hurts. He could be aided with his healing gems. Okay, so why don't you trade his hurt on your gem? Although the dwarven healer is treating another wounded soldier, using up the healing power of the last gem on either one of them would condemn the other one to die. I was going to say to death. That's why I came out with to die. Our vows prevent us from making such a... Oh, the cow just gets to walk inside your house, huh? Making such a decision. Sorry, Freudian slip perhaps. We must not cause a life to be lost, even by inactions. Could I be of use? Could I use the power of your healing shrine? Ask it yourself, human. The shrine is magical entity, so it may speak for itself. You'll find the shrine just outside my house. Are you doing healing? No. Skilled healers we are. We can still heal simple wounds, but disease, poisonings, total curses, and the like. Removing those we cannot anymore. Thank you for your time. We gotta go. Okay, so he tells us about his healing shrine and the gem. This one is actually pretty... Like, if you don't take the time to explore, you wouldn't know that there's a solution to this quest that saves both, but it's kind of obscure. Like I said, you wouldn't know to go to this random empty house in this village, or a couple of empty houses here. But you come over here, his shrine is up here. Talk to the shrine. Welcome, Seeker. My name is Fenwithus, and I'm the servant of the shrine. Have you come to be healed? That would be a kindness, friend. This is my last healing gem. Use it wisely, Seeker. My thanks to you. Pick that up. It's a quest item. Now, just randomly, again, you'd have to be exploring this area. Is this the locked door? Yeah. I don't know if this is the house, because there's like 2 locked doors in this village, or like one of them, the key is right next to it, so it's not hard to get in. This one right here, as a matter of fact, there's a locked door, and if you open this item, oh no, key in there.
Excellent.
I don't think this is where Zombie Jake is, so... Stamina, don't really use those. Okay, so there's nothing down here. Don't normally use those. You can use them if you like running everywhere, but I'm not a speed runner, so I don't really use stamina potions all that much. But they are nice if you want to get places quickly. There's a house, like I said. I never remember which one it is, because normally I'm like super OCD and I have to like uncover the entire map, so I just find things eventually by doing that. But this is the dwarven guy, I'm pretty sure. Otho or Otis or whatever his name is. Odeon? No, this is where we need to go. Okay, so you'll notice tucked behind this package over here, look, is you magic mirror. You just randomly come into this house in the northwestern corner of the village, and you're like, oh, okay, what's in here? It's like playing Diablo too. If you hold down Alt, you can see what items are on the floor and junk. But there's a book back here, and it says On Magic Obscura by Mardanius the Healer. Unfortunately, most of the pages of the book have been torn out. Maybe Mardanius did this by himself. Shouldn't profit from his great knowledge, so magic mirrors are far more common than any of the other objects made by magicians. The making of magic mirrors was once part of the earliest education for young wizards on their entrance to a magic school or circle. You can use the magic mirror to duplicate certain magical items. Unfortunately, the magic mirror must be destroyed during the ritual, so you will only get one chance at successfully completing the spell. So how do you use a magic mirror? It's very simple indeed, my faithful pupil. For first, you have to find a small natural pool deep enough to submerge the magic mirror completely. That's horrible, sorry. You must first find a natural pool deep enough to submerge the magic mirror completely. On being covered by the water, the magic mirror will vanish completely. Do not be alarmed. This is part of the magic. When the mirror vanishes, simply drop the magic gem you wish to duplicate into the same pool, and the magic will work. Okay, so basically, it says duplicate a magic item, but this is a way to save both men who are dying from... I think they're injuries. They got attacked by orcs. No, I don't really play that way. I'm a min-max gamer. I like completing quests and getting experience and being powerful. But we can complete this quest now for a good chunk of experience. So they said a pool deep enough to submerge the mirror. There's a pool right here in front of Gomo's house, or I assume his name is Gomo, not Goemoi. I don't think it's a Japanese word. So you drag it out of your inventory, put it in the pool, it disappears, and then you drop the healing gem and you get two of them. My very first playthrough of this game, I'm super duper anal about searching things, so I was able to figure this one out. So here's Simon. Gods, I'm burning with fever. I'm shaking all over. Gods, I don't know how much longer I can stand the pain. What be your name? My name's Simon. Tell me what happened. Perhaps I can find a cure for your ills. Ambushed, orcs everywhere. Most of us were butchered in the first minutes. I was hit by a poisonous dart. Damn those greenskin bastards. I think they've killed me. I'll see what I can do for you. Hold on, friend. So, Simon, tell me what I'm gonna I'll see what I can do. I have this healing gem for you here. You get 1,000 experience, 1 reputation. I can't believe it. The fever's gone like a morning mist. Oh, thank you, Megan. Hold on, I'll come in later. So, I think we have to talk to Gomo. Can we talk about stars and healing? Okay, so I guess not. Maybe we'll talk to Otho instead. But since I'm gonna go to like next to Gomo's house. Not Gomo's, next to Otho's house anyway. Let me get the quest here from Simon.
You can't do that. I need the stuff right now. Look how my hands are shaking.
You didn't pay me for the last delivery, old man. From now on, it's gold on the barrelhead before you get your herbs. Understood?
Please, I'll pay you as soon as I get the money myself. I haven't had
No.
because of the damned orc raiders in the woods, but I'll sell something soon, I promise.
George, don't waste my time. If you don't have the gold to pay me, you don't get your herbs. End of story.
Look, perhaps I'll tell my colleagues about your little
Oh shit, I forgot to check all my
You
mins.
wouldn't like that now, would you?
Ah shit.
Please, just a little bunch on credit.
Oh,
I'm
here we
begging you.
effing go.
Look at you, George. You're pathetic. Send for me if you get my money before the cold shakes get you.
What are you staring at? Out of my way, Jackanapes. Sure, whatever. Nice hat. Welcome, adventurer. Please come in. Take a look around. I've got the finest wares in the lands. The best prices, too. What's the rumpus? Oh, the fellow that just left is one of my suppliers. We were just arguing about some goods I ordered. He always increases his prices when it's time for him to hand over the goods. Damn swindler. They must have been important goods to upset you so much. No, that's no business of yours. Oh, friend, what do you do for a living? Another healer? Oh, I was a healer, but I retired from the trade. I've seen enough belly wounds and gangrene to last me 2 lifetimes. Nowadays, I just run this little emporium. Excuse me. Now, you look handy sort. It's handy type. Care to run a little errand for me? There's a discount on all my wares if you help me out. Sounds interesting. Tell me more. Listen, I'm in need of a special herb called Divinity. There's some in Landlord's garden, but the damned elf doesn't want to give it to me. You know elves, tight-fisted as dwarves in their own way. Anyway, get me a bunch of those herbs. On the quiet, if you catch my drift. I'll make it worth your while. Alright, but how do I recognize those herbs when I see them? Aye, that's plain enough, friend. I'll show you a handful of it I've got in my bedroom. Enough to give you an idea, but not enough for my purposes. Worst luck. So he leaves, and you can steal a bunch of shit from him, by the way. I don't think he actually is smart enough to, like, know that you've taken his stuff. But there's a key over here. Let me see, is it possible for me to close this door from this side? No, like, it's super wonky. But yeah, I'm gonna save right here just in case he can see me somehow. I'm thinking you could probably sell him his own stuff, but I don't know for sure. Unidentified gloves. You can pay merchants. They identify items for you at a flat rate, 150 gold. But why pay when you can do it yourself? I think that's everything, so we'll see.
There it is, next to the table. Don't move it. It's very fragile.
Fragile, you say? Next to the table. George's Juden there. Okay. Do I touch it or what, dude?
Hey, leave that plant alone. I need it. Leave.
Oh, sorry. Would you settle down? Come on, man. Now I have to re-steal all your stuff. Sir, please, you're overreacting.
Fantastic.
I know that you're a drug addict, but, you know. Life is hard and all that. Hopefully these are good. Okay, so let me save here so I don't have to do that again. So I just look at it. Yep, I will return. So yeah, let me see if I can sell him his stuff. His own stuff, I should say. Sit still, dude. You need 25 strength for this. It has 7 out of 9 durability. I mean, I don't know. Rogues don't really use shields now, do they? Probably gonna keep the sword and the bow. Ah, this dude doesn't even have enough money. I mean, it makes sense. He's a poor drug addict, man. But let's start doing some bartering, shall we? Man, this sword is super valuable for some reason. It's not even like enchanted or anything. Well, I'll take this dagger from you. This bow I have is, it requires 30 agi and 15 strength, eh? Well, I can't even use this bow yet, so I'll trade you for this one. And also all your money. What else? So I got a melee weapon, I got a ranged weapon. I mean, might as well, like, legit, you're going to be doing this a lot. You're just trading valuable items for other valuable items. There are very few, from my experience anyway, there are very few merchants in this game who have a lot of money on them at any given time. There's a blacksmith in this village called Ars Arcana, something like that. That dude always has a lot of money. I mean, I guess I could get some boots. Just some ones that aren't broken. I don't need them. Like, a lot of these enchanted things aren't even worth the price. Like, this dagger's okay. It's kind of, you know, 2 agi means you're going to hit more often and dodge more often. So, it's kind of okay to pay that price. But you're not, I'm not, you know, I don't want to buy items that have 1 durability on them because they're going to be breaking all the time. So I'll buy these gloves from him. And all I did was steal his stuff and then sell it back to him. He goes into that room over there to show you what his drugs look like. And that's, you can use that time to, steal his stuff. So this is 92. How much is that? Okay, so I still have 300 gold left to work with. I'm not really going to be using magic too much. There's a really good spell called Curse that every build can make use of, so we'll be getting Curse and using Curse, but that's about it. Okay, it's I'm taking a 52, what is that? 30, 12, 42 gold hit, it's fine. So we got us a bunch of stuff out of that sweet deal. We could have had him identify my equipment, but I'm fine. So you don't have to actually steal the Drudene because we're gonna help the elf out here pretty soon
Daniel,
without his permission.
did you drink the herbal tea I prepared for you? Oh,
What?
look, here they come. Oh, begone, foul creature.
I have all the tea.
Oh, dear. Come, Mardanius, I'll feed you the medicine myself. Doom and destruction. What? Huh? You! Oh, Thelion Hashnitar, the Lord of Decay! Oh, begone, foul demon! No, no, it's me, Lanilor. Oh, come, let me make you some more of that hot tea. I will not drink your foul brew, Thelion! Do you really think you can fool me?
Take my power!
No, Mardanius, no! I am Lanilor!
Bitch. Stranger, please rescue me from this icy prison. It's getting too cold to bear. How can I help you? Only Mardanius can engage a powerful spell. You have to get into Mardanius' house and convince him to rescue me. Please, I think I'm dying. Whoa, I can see that you're freezing to death, friend. Hang on there. I'll see what I can do for you. So, I don't know if he actually tells you how to get into the basement. Like, we'll roleplay for a second to see how you're supposed to get there, but unless he told you, but I just finished reading his dialogue. He didn't say to go down this well, but if you just click on it. Okay, rats give experience. So you might as well kill him. They're kind of friendly. cheese. You can eat food in this game. I mean, you can eat food in the other games too, but it heals you for a tiny, tiny bit of experience. It's not a lot. I wouldn't use it as a reliable healing method. It's like dire straits. You would use it.
Excellent.
Okay, go through here. Is that everything? Yeah, there was only one skeleton and just a bunch of rats. Not too bad, not too bad. How old do I know you? What are you doing in my house? No, you don't know me. I got in through those stinking cellars that smell of boiled cabbage. Landlord asked me to ask you to unfreeze him, you see. He's getting rather cold. Boiled cabbage? The taste of... You're not an agent of Theleron Hashinto, are you? Destroy the creature of darkness. Where's that spell? No, no, no. Lanilor. You know, your elven friend, pointy ears. He needs your help. You've frozen him, and now he would like to be unfrozen. What's that smell? What? Lanilor? Lanilor? Where is Lanilor? Speak up, stranger. I'll have you know I control mighty magic and can kill with but a word. Is that boiled cabbage I smell? He's just outside. Please calm down a bit. Very well. You know, I'm a doddering old fool, and then all of a sudden I become not doddering later. I mean, I guess he was possessed by evil.
Outstanding.
Level up. Thank you, stranger. I thought I was never going to get out of that prison. My feet are still numb. 7 gods, my toes have gone blue. Let me rub them. Ah, it hurts. The blood is returning. That is better now. What can I do for you, oh benefactor? Can I take some herbs from your garden? Certainly, human. If you think you know what you're doing, just remember some of those herbs are very potent and therefore dangerous. What can you tell me about Aleroth? Mardanius founded the healer community of Aleroth. His goal was to unite healers of all races so that we might further our skills with mutual studies. I'm going to scout around a bit. I'll return when I have more questions for you. What do I want for my first skill is the thing. So what's cool about mage is you don't ever really need repair. Like, because you're ranged and aren't really getting hit by stuff. You're, like, not having to repair as much. So, but for a class like this where you're using weapons all the time, repair is kind of important. So identify is like good for all builds. Like there are spells that are good for like every build regardless of what actual class you are. Like identify is important for saving yourself money over the entirety of the game. There's something in my inventory right now that's level 1, so I think I'm gonna pick identify. Like we could lockpick. There's a dungeon over here. Not a dungeon, but there's a boss in there that we can fight later. I'll probably fight him after we're done with the actual dungeon underneath the village. I'm gonna go with identify. So you always get 5 points. I think I'm going 3 in agi, 1 in strength, and 1 in constitution. Really, you put points in this stuff just so that you can put whatever gear you want on. I think like 35 in strength is like the most you need for the best armor, but I'll have to... This will be a learning journey for both of us. But we'll see. So we got identify, rescue Lanilor, collect herbs for George. Now we can go get the herbs and also save that other dying wounded soldier. Since we're going to be in the same area anyway. Nothing wrong with being a little efficient. So Druden is right here. Maybe I can sell it somewhere. I never bothered to take more than one, so we'll see. That's why it tells you to be sneaky, because you're not supposed to be selling the dude's herbs. But, like, if you get permission, then it's all good. Don't tear my fingernails out. I'll cooperate. Please let me live. What's your name? Please, do you promise to stop them beating me? Calm down, boy. Nobody's going to beat you. My name is Verlat. Please don't hit me, please. Be at ease. You were dreaming, my friend. Please don't let them come back. I promise to cooperate. I'll leave you be and you just sleep. I have this healing gem for you. I don't know how I can ever repay you, friend. All my wounds are gone. I'm still feeling a bit tired, so I think I'll stay here for a while. But thank you so much. If you're ever in Vergistus and need help, come and see me. I'm very relieved. So, there you go. Both of them were healed. Very nice. Let me save in case I get in trouble. Like, as long as George isn't, or what's his name, Otho, as long as Otho isn't in here, it shouldn't be too big of a problem. Sometimes he goes outside. Like, what happens if I pick up his key? Control S for quick save. Okay, he doesn't care about that.
Damn, it's locked.
Oh, it's probably that chest right there that I didn't see the first time. And that's just a food recipe, which doesn't do anything. You don't really cook in this game. I found a way to heal both Verlat and Gomo's patient. Well, I'll have to remember my opinion about you, human. You really are clever, ain't you? Well, thank you, says I. I'll take my leave, okay? Fairly warned be ye, says I. Oh, also identified these gloves. Which means buying those other gloves was less than stellar, so I'll just sell them to you. Buying those other gloves was not my best idea. So this is how much value you have on you. It's not necessarily measured in gold. This emerald will fetch a nice price. I'll buy it at a high price. This is, you're selling this for how much? 87. I can probably get one. Yeah, this'll. Yeah, this is like the best I can do. It's a 10. Like, I'm just gonna have to take the 10 gold hit, dude. Like, again, it's a bartering system. It's not perfect. You know, get your full value out of things sometimes. So that's done. I got the Drudene. Let's go take it to George. Sorry, stumbling over my words. I stumble over my words a lot these days, especially since I've been hardcore dieting. Here's the bunch of herbs you asked for. Landlord said some of the plants in the garden are dangerous, so be careful. Huh, what would an elf know about it anyway? Sir, your racism is a little startling. Okay, I think that's everything. All this crap is only worth 30 gold. That's insane. Hey, where'd you get that money? You didn't have that money before. I guess his shop must have reset. Well, that's fine. I will return. Done. Hey, let me ask. I think we have to talk to Landlord to start the main quest of this area. Good day to you, adventurer. What can I do for you? What's wrong with Mardanius? He seems quite off in his head. I'm not sure. He suddenly started behaving like a madman several days ago. Since then, he's been getting worse. Some of the more superstitious healers here have been wondering if he's possessed by a demon. A demon, you say? It's not as far-fetched as it sounds. It's only recently that some healers have ceased to believe in demons, but intellectual fashion aside, hellspawn do exist. Fortunately, they are also very rare in this world. Mardanius is constantly muttering mysterious things, and his personality has changed dramatically. Those are typical signs of demonic possession. Galadfinquil. Is there something that can be done to save him? Well, if the demon theory holds water, the catacombs beneath Aleroth might provide a clue. They'd be the most likely source. Places of the dead are spiritually closer to the non-corporeal realms, such as hell. Where are the catacombs you mentioned? Only a few people hereabouts know it. But there's a huge cavern system running beneath our feet at Aleroth. Some of it is an ancient dwarven working, but most of it is natural. Several years ago, Mardanius went and explored down there alone. When he came back, he sealed the entrance and warned us not to go down there ourselves. He wouldn't tell us about what he found down in those pits, but whatever it was, it scared him. He once mentioned old catacombs and evil spirits to me, but he would say no more. So how do I get into the catacombs? I've only discovered about that recently. During one of his trances, Mardanius mumbled something about the catacombs and facing all the dragons to the north. Other than that, I'm afraid I have no idea. Okay, so facing all the dragons to the north. Like, I discovered the first time I played, I discovered this just by clicking on everything. If I see something can be highlighted and clicked on it, just click on it, and eventually, like, it uncovered itself. Wait, my human friend, I have something for you. Sorry. I've searched through the belongings in my house and have found this artifact. It might help you in your quests. I would like to give it to you as a token of my gratitude for all you've done. This looks like a little pyramid. What does it do? This pyramid is surrounded by a strong magical field. There exists an exact duplicate of this pyramid artifact somewhere else in Rivellon. If you operate this pyramid correctly, it will teleport you to the duplicate. You mean if I use this, I'll be shot across the land like a squeezed grape pit? Yes, in a way, but she'll come to no harm. Think of it as traveling across many leagues in a single step. The pyramid will come in handy if you ever need to get well away from a dangerous situation in a hurry. And pyramids are also the perfect way to travel over long distances. So where's the other pyramid now? Well, to be honest, I never dared to try it myself. Theofingol, the duplicate could be anywhere, so be careful the first time you use it. You mean, for all you know, I might find myself surrounded by orcs or at the bottom of the river? I'm afraid so, but who knows? If you don't want to risk finding the other pyramid, the magical way, you might find it during your travels. If you do, it will become more invaluable to you. It's a strange gift, but a princely one, nonetheless. I thank you. So yeah, we're going to use the pyramid, and it's going to send us into a kind of a dicey situation. You're going to be fighting a lot of skeletons when you use it, so mentally, physically prepare yourself.